Welcome, future masters. Well, the move that jumps out at me is queen to c7 check. King to a6 is forced. After that, I don't know, man. I guess technically we could play, let's do the old corner mate. 3x4, queen and bishop mate right here. This is what we're working on. So I used the 3x4 corner mate, but usually it's slightly different. If it's in the other position, the queen is where the bishop is, and the bishop is where the queen is. That's usually a checkmate. But this formation leads to mate, and in normal situations, and in this one, it was also a helpful hint. So that worked out great. Well, bishop to f3 check looks pretty strong. Yeah, it looks like checkmate to me. It's not checkmate, but it's close. Well, actually, check, boom, check. Isn't that just mate? Crud. I should look at it a little more longer. Well, dude, that would be evil, but pawn takes is not great. Not pawn takes is also not great. So it's kind of I'm thinking pawn takes followed by a rook takes is going to be killer. So pawn takes. If I don't have pawn takes, what do I have? I really don't have. I can't go knight to here because he just plays b3 and it's whatever, dude. Correct. Yeah, well, Mr. Shocker. I have queen takes rook, which is really safe. But you usually don't play these problems to be safe. At this point, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, we're still a pawn down. Actually, we can play queen and c6. If we play queen to c6, knight takes rook, knight takes knight. We're threatening knight c3 check. Didn't really do 100%. I mean, I could just do queen takes rook, though. He goes knight takes rook. Yeah, I mean, you're just losing a piece. I wasn't going to take the rook for the rook's sake. It's like, but you're losing a piece because I play knight takes knight, so on that. Well, this is pretty basic stuff. You look at this problem, our black pawn cannot be stopped by his king if we push it, and we have to push it. We're in the square. You see the 4x4 square of his pawn from g1 to g4 and g4 to d4, d4 to d1, d1 to g1. We're in that. So when he pushes it, we push our king. Push the pawn, we push the king. 3x3 square, we're inside the square. 2x2, we're inside the square. owned the square. It was fairly basic. That was not a 2300 problem at all. And any of you guys paying attention to my videos should be able to solve that one fairly easily, because it's just a king in the square problem. So if you guys saw that, which my regular viewers probably could, even if they're 1500, because this is really basic stuff. You know that I break these down. My king is in his square of his pawn. His is not in mine. If he moves to make the square smaller, we move. Otherwise, we push the pawn, and pawn push it was. Fairly easy. You know, his square now is 3 by 3. We got to get in the square. King to e2, only move. 2 by 2, get in the square. Cat, queen, get in the square, meaning capture it. Pretty basic stuff. So hopefully you guys caught that. Oh, you are so asking for it. The question is, gotta go here. Now remember, the key thing we're looking for is that 2 pawns on the 6th rank beat a rook straight up. So rook takes knight, rook takes rook, b3. He's dead. King to e2, b2, and I'm queening. He's already dead. And normal people would not sacrifice that knight, but I was on that from like white on rice. That was the solution and the explanation in 41 seconds, almost inside of their target time, which I would have beaten that easily because I was on this. I know what I need to get. I needed 2 pawns on the 6th rank or 6th and 7th combination. That's a forced win against a rook. Once you know the rule, fear is no longer an option. So, crunchy is what I say. So, I don't know. Let's look at this one. What was the mistake that I made? Oh, I moved too quickly like an idiot. Don't move quickly. Yeah, I had this guy and I wasn't paying. I thought, well, yeah, this is checkmating. Or eventually, I guess. It's like, yeah, but 94 check, dummy. Yeah, my fault. Don't move quickly. So, there you go. The rest of those problems were no problem. Hopefully you enjoyed those. Like the video. Leave me a comment. Just a little over 8 minutes. It's pretty awesome. I'll see you guys later.